Zoom video conversations have replaced in-person seminars, work meetings, conferences, and other activities as a result of the coronavirus epidemic. Is it possible that all the time we spend in front of screens is affecting our vision? Maybe that's not the case. New research shows that our visual perception may be incredibly flexible. These are only a few of the numerous questions that people ask themselves, inquiries that have no bearing on or even make sense in the context of our more mature wants and objectives. It is our ability to construct objectives that distinguish us from other species, such as finding food, shelter, and a partner, that sets us apart from other species.
The goal of our study was to see how preschool children's development was influenced by changing home at a young age. There are a variety of reasons why families opt to return home, some of which are favorable and some of which are negative. It demonstrates the strengths and shortcomings of the students who attend America's schools, as well as providing a window into the evolution of learning.
Second only to chocolate in the world's popularity is vanilla's peculiar smell. In terms of price, it's right behind saffron as the most costly spice in the world. But due to the plant's temperamental life cycle and growth, manufacturing on a worldwide scale is unable to keep up with the rising demand for the product.
First-year university students have designed and built a groundbreaking electric car that recharges itself. 50 students from the University of Sydney's Faculty of Engineering spent 5 months working together bits of plywood, foam and fibreglass to build the Mango concept car. They developed the specifications and hand-built the car. It's a pretty radical design, a 4-wheel drive with a motor in each wheel.
Toy play is well documented as an essential part of a child's growth and development. Toys are more than just playthings for children of all ages, they may be used in a variety of imaginative and creative ways. Toys may teach children valuable life skills by allowing them to practice them in a fun and engaging way.
Travelers are increasingly relying on social media as a source of information. The purpose of this research is to find out how social media sites show in search engine results when people are looking for travel information. It also demonstrates the difficulties encountered by traditional travel information companies.
You and your classmates will sit through a lecturer's presentation or discussion of a particular subject while taking notes. Because there will be a lot of material presented in this session, it is critical that you take good notes and plan ahead if you want to ask any questions. Lectures are the primary mode of instruction at your university.
Seeing the Grand Canyon for the first time is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that few things in the world can compare to. The canyon, which is 17 miles wide in some places, was formed over 2 billion years by the relentless force of the Colorado River, which runs 277 miles along its length, a mile beneath its towering rims.
If you are involved in an accident while riding your motorbike, the other driver will certainly blame you for it. Everything from road conditions to skid marks to road signs to construction is included in this section. Attorneys aren't always necessary, but they may assist you understand the procedure and guarantee that the other driver's insurance doesn't unfairly blame you for an accident.
Modern alternating current electric power systems are built on Tesla's theoretical ideas. Almost $1 million in today's money, Thomas Edison promised him to develop the motor and generator. Edison reportedly told Tesla, "Tesla, you don't get our American humor," when the latter inquired about the money. They developed into arch rivals. As the 21st century unfolds, so do the speeds of communication. Consider all of the many media pictures you are exposed to on a daily basis. Being able to decipher such visuals is just as vital as being able to decipher the plain text.
To overcome procrastination, you need to have an understanding of the reasons why you procrastinate and the function procrastination serves in your life. You can't come up with an effective solution if you don't really understand the root of the problem. As with most problems, awareness and self-knowledge are the keys to figuring out how to stop procrastinating.
It can, nonetheless, be checked tentatively that no surface is impeccably smooth and that at whatever point there is a propensity for two bodies in contact to move in respect to each other or to compel, known as the constraint of rubbing, has a tendency to keep the relative movement. The numerical examination of compelling of rubbing relies upon specific presumptions which are typified in the alleged laws.
Work involving organic liquid distillation necessitates the completion of a hazard assessment, which should cover all aspects of residual water, solvent breakdown, and the physical location of the distillation apparatus and heating equipment to be used. Individual differences and competition between members of a species play an important role in a species' response to environmental pressures. Faster cheetahs catch more prey, live longer, and reproduce more successfully. Slower cheetahs lose out and die out, leaving the species to drift toward becoming faster overall. Random differences and natural selection, not agency or choice, are the causes of evolution.
According to data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, student loan debt has grown at a higher rate in percentage terms since 2003 than any other category of consumer debt. A record $13.1 trillion in household debt was made up of student loans as of the fourth quarter, up from 3.3% at the beginning of 2003.
Human language can be likened to the natural world's variety. When various flora go extinct, we lose access to biomedical resources, and when different languages go extinct we lose access to culture, riches, and art.
In the summer of 1929, the United States had an average recession. However, by the end of 1929, the slump had worsened significantly and persisted until the beginning of 1933. Neither actual output nor prices increased at all.
A new study has found that robots can persuade people to take larger risks in a simulated gambling environment than they would if there was no influence on their actions. This study's goal was to investigate if robots may influence risk-taking, which might have significant ethical, practical, and policy consequences.